up, guys? Rhinos. I know it's been a minute. I had some stuff in the life. I had some stuff in the life go down. So took a little. No, I took a hibernatory vibration. um, but I'm getting ready to take a step into creating a custom deck. So I'm sure when I go to delve into that, that's going to be very, very difficult because I won't do nothing with it until I know it's completely balanced. So it'll probably be a long one, but I wanted to get a read or two in before I did it since it's been kind of sparse lately. So this one's the what I call the Dawn of Aces, and oh shit, I know I had to do something. I call it the Dawn of Aces, and basically I'll start with each ace of each element, so we can kind of force onto the table, so we can kind of see the new starts that could be coming from such placements or happenings within your daily life or your life. But I'm gonna call Sagittarius onto the table. I would usually use one of my purple ones here. I'm gonna roll anyway just because I'm curious, but it's gonna stay Sag. We got a Gemini. So a Gemini and a Cancer, or Vertigo. I about said Vertigo. Dizzy, man. A Gemini or Virgo. So mentally, anybody else that watches this video, anybody that watches it, if Gemini or Virgo can come in for the Sag, do it. Or Sag, if you happen to have a Gemini or a Virgo that it resonates with, that would be it too. So all right, so we got Earth, and then down this one we got air, water, fire. That particular deck, Earth is for stability, air is for communication, water is for sensing, and fire is for desire. So those will be the main headers. That little Virgo. All right, let's do Sag Overlook. All right. Alright, so this first row, everybody's got one. I'm going to drop down. We're going to come down in columns. The first drop down is position 1, and it's going to be, actually I'll explain it once I get them all laid out. It'll be easier and faster. Alright, give me spirit, animal, or, yeah, spirit, and animal ancestors. We got those two. Celestial bodies, spirit, Sagittarius. Can we get some ones here? You're not gonna let me do this one? Good low, man. Almost perfect. You want that one, don't you, Sag? I'm gonna run a special on this one. I ain't done it, so I'm running one off Sag. I don't really have meanings for those, so it'll be intuitive. And I do a lot of custom spreads, because obviously when spirit works through us, they use our knowledge. So things that I create, as long as I know what they are, they're always going to be successful in the way I interpret things, and that goes for everybody that does this, for that matter. Alright, so can we get number 2 for each? Perfect. If they flip up, I'll keep them flipped up. If they go down, if it go down, it go down. If it stay down, it stay down. If it go round, it go round. I love this deck. This is one of my favorite. Oh, I ordered a bunch of new decks, so I'm very, very stoked. It's like, yes, more power to help, though. I'm not about that selfish shit. Yeah, we'll run another. Let's go with 3. We'll keep the same deck. Spirit guides, celestial bodies, and angels and archangels alike. And we get positions 3. Oh, yeah, got it. Whoop. Yeah, that's the bottom. All right. Seems like I got this one set up last time much faster. Guess I should just shut my face. Shut your face hole, Brandon. I mean, Aranos, that's my name. That one is one. Anyway, we get fours. We get the fourth row. I'm going to go with the fifth. Love this deck too. Thoth from the Barbieri Tarot are the one I connect the most with. They seem to be spot on. Spot on. And it was exactly right. Amount wise. Alright, so we got, oh yeah, we got one more. Actually, we got two more. I'm going to run that with these ones. And I forgot these go. Oh. That is how I did that. It's been a while since I ran this flow, so that one should have actually done that. Oh shit. Actually, no, that would have stayed down here. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm messing it all up. Actually, it's not. All this is happening for a reason. I can guarantee you it's probably going to come out most perfect. I bet you. I bet. Bet. Yeah, because they do need four. They need four. Oh man. You're so unprofessional. It's not unprofessional. Let's just put my energies in it. Still keeping an eye, Sag. No, don't fall face down. Get up, Sag. I see. You seen me, yeah? You seen me fall face first. Man. Not fully reading that water one, man. It doesn't look like it. It looks like a struggle in that bitch. Alright. I already have four, so I'll just bring these wherever these will be clarifiers then. Good Lord, get your shit together. And any significant letters that you can show me? You can make me eye out, spirit. NYG. 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 Alright, so layer one. It's a calling energy. It's a manifesting energy. So basically your ones, I told you, I'm trying to see if you got good starts coming or how you can start, or if you can try to start some sort of new start, what kind of energies do you need to be in, and what this is what that'll create. So if you can step into any earth element, or you're stabilizing yourself, or you start working on stabilization, you get the moon. So it's going to manifest. That's emotion. So there's upright. The moon's intuition, emotional. It is emotional because you have darkness around, you know, and a lot of people don't like to share their emotions. And one thing you'll notice about this, like, the main character on this is white, and it's basically purity. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you got the moon the same way, but everything is also like dark and shadowy and kind of looks swampy. And so what I'm really getting there is somebody needs to kind of not worry about the darkness around, because there's a lot of you got a lot of pure emotions and white good emotions in there. Well, even though it's in this dark forest that's broken down, everybody's got those kind. And don't be afraid to share the shit. Taking stuff to the public eye, it really puts a lot of focus on it, and it can purify things. You just have to be able to handle it yourself. So anyway, we'll move over to air. So air, your new starts on air will give you a reverse justice. So what this is basically, the best way to call this, I mean, the scales of justice. So this is a Libra. That's heavy. Oh yeah, and that's The moon is Pisces, no Cancer, no Pisces. Shit. Anyway, actually, I've used them with both. This actually should be Cancer because that's its position. A Cancer moon is the deepest, can be the deepest, or can be the most fucked up in emotions, if you ask me. Feminine, even. But this is the scales. There's an it will manifest a broken scale, but it would be, or you could just need a reverse justice kind of energy, which is, I feel like, letting some things slide instead of having to get payback or revenge on everybody, and I say it's revenge, but making equal portions. I kind of feel like it won't happen, and I think it doesn't need to be here either. So that's crazy. So there would be no balance. Am I talking to myself? There needs to be a balance in communication. Maybe one person talks way more than the other. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, let's move on over to the water element, sensing. We got the King of Cups, so that's for about the most dominant masculine energy you can get in the water, right? This looks like a positive step forward. So far, stepping into earthen energy, you're stepping towards stability and trying to step into like your emotions. You're going to step right into a King of Cups with your emotions, which means for the masculine energies, he's the most emotionally intelligent card. A Queen of Cups is obviously, that's a cup. Kings are intelligence by nature, and then the cups are obviously adding the emotional side. So that's why he's emotionally intelligent. He understands, even if he doesn't feel, he understands how to understand you. Does that make sense? And then over to fire, which is desire. We have the Seven of Wands reversed. This is a Valkyrie on this deck. They pick up the dead souls and take fallen warriors to Valhalla. So this desire is reversed, right? So what we see here is somebody who is spreading spreading these magical it's very spiralist shape too. This reverse, so it's almost like a draw. They're drawing in like a love and a light energy, maybe the soul's energy. We'll go further down and see what we got, but I really get like a very big drawing energy, so that if you step out, you need to draw energy. And then 5 is the energy affecting all of the ones. So all the ones we just read, this is affecting all of them. It's the reverse 8 of Cups, and in this deck, the Thoth deck, it's called Indolence. And that light back there I got, it doesn't do it justice. It puts the wrong shade on this card, but it's kind of dreary. But what we do see is that there's plenty of water out there, but not all these things should be spraying, because this whole thing is this whole background and what it's setting on it's a sea. So it's a sea of emotions, or a sea of feeling, and we got very few, not even the highest of feelings are even got any juice in it. But this is Pisces. This is Pisces energy. Typically the 8 of Cups also will coincide with like walking away, but when it's reversed, it's like got taken away, like like you lost something to somebody, like somebody left you for somebody, like that shit, that type of bullshit is what I should say. But the heart's still there, the emotions are still there. There's no slow emotions right here. So Saggy, it looks like until you get your emotions set, you can't take any of these steps. But we'll move on. So what's affecting all number 2 is the reverse Ace of Swords. For me, this is either a lie, withheld information, or completely like blocked, no communication, like you blocked them, or change your phone number, shit like that. That's how I see those. So set 2 says the creations that come from one. So if you come out onto one in your energies and you come into two, these are what you're going to create. We have the or this this is your card, Sagittarius. This is the Temperance card in this deck. It's reversed though, so it's on. And Temperance card talks about balance, and not just any kind of balance. Not like I'm balancing on one toe. No, you're taking very opposite types of energies or elements, and you're balancing them, and you're mixing them actually as well. But it seems a little unbalanced or unmixable, or unable to get it mixed. So there may be some energetic clashes that's going on with your Sag. But that is your card, so it could just definitely mean, you know, you're there. That's probably might be where your main energy's stuck. But it's crazy because we jump over to the same creation of one for the air. So this was justice. This was the scales, being balanced or becoming unbalanced. And right below them you have the star card. Aquarian, that's Aquarius's card. But that, if you think about it, it's like a star. So it gives a light out when there's darkness. It gives hope and healing and direction. So I'm not getting a story just yet. I wonder if Sag, it's almost, I get this feeling like Sag with the one of Ace reversed. That it's almost as it's pacifying somebody. Won't let somebody talk, and Sag, that's your card. For Aquarius though, I think Aquarius is concentrating on something and not communicating. They're communicating through the third eye. So then we move over to water sensing. We have the reverse sun card. This is attached to a Leo. It could be a Leo card. I very rarely read any of the like the court cards or the 10 cycle cards unless I really feel it. But I try to attach. I will call out the zodiac of the majors. But we have the reverse sun, and everybody's, normally they would say this card's so happy that you got, it's not as happy, but it's still happy. It's still positive on that side. But in this deck, that's not what I get. Because when you look it up this way, this is a glorious type, because that's what the sun can also represent, that, not just, happy. It could also be like a glory or triumph, and that's what's definitely coming out here on this one. So when we reverse it, this is being knocked off a pedestal. So, wow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't see any of them. Maybe air might so far. A quick look, but might be only back going down. Don't forget, we got the lies and the miscommunications or the non-communications. We have a Cancer card here. This is Chariot. Chariot has two heads, right? And they're looking in different directions, and they're basically waiting and asking for direction. Which one am I going to go? This represents the big decisions. This represents, like, if I make a decision, I'm going that way for a long time, or if I make this decision, I'm heading in that direction for a while. Once I go these directions, it's not going to be an instant turn around and come over to, no, I want to go to this. That's not how that's going to work. It's going to be more of a lock in stone kind of thing, where when I make that, so I got to make sure my emotions are good, because Cancer and the moon, they're just homeboys or homegirls, however you want to look at it, or just home energies. But that's Cancer making that decision, coming off of a fire element too. I think what I'm thinking here, though, for this one, I immediately got, or for Cancer's decision, there's something that's not being seen or known for you. So when you get to this energy, if this is resonating, and you're having to make these big decisions, and there's still something you're missing to make the best decision. So you may want to look around a little bit, investigate, get a little investigative. But anyway, third depth. It's the reversed 7 of discs, and then this deck is called Futility. This is basically, so this row is going to have a little bit of impatience. So this layer is the best course of action. Remember, it's got a hue of impatient energy on it. So That's why I do this. I like to keep things like arrowed, but it can also have a different effect because like, you have to. You can't go. It's so hard to go straight to the point with spirit. Anyway, the Two of Swords reversed. This is the Two of Swords upright is somebody needing to make a decision that's gonna hurt people around them. So it's very key to think about that. Is people around them, meaning that their decision is not necessarily gonna hurt them. It could hurt people around them. This is reversed. So this means they're either not making that decision, or they're afraid to make it, or the timeline of consciousness that we're at, that this is at, hasn't came there. It could be coming up. I got that feel for that. I don't know why. But next layer, we got the Knave of Cups. Usually I call this the the little love letters, or the when the love taps. It's just very it's understood. Like love is understood here, and relationships are understood here with the pages. They're a little bit, they're like early adulthood if you ask me. But what we see in this card mostly, man, she got a damn sword and all that. She dropping all that damn gold, and she even giving that look like I got enough. That's crazy, asshole. This is reverse. So I feel like somebody is sabotaging or stealing a cup. Oh, that's weird. Out of the air. Oh, okay. I see. This person exists in love, or in cup energy. But one thing you do see, she's she's in an ocean, right? You can't, that blue hue is probably hard to tell, but you can tell she is submerged in an ocean. It's reversed. That's crazy. There's somebody's hiding some emotions through the way they communicate. Bet you they laughed a lot. Anyway, moving over to the water. This is the Eight of Wands. In most decks, it's it's 8 little wands that are facing down. But this is your card too, Sag, isn't it? You know. Anyway, and this one's a little different story. She looks like look at that thing, wretched beast, right? But the wretched beast has got a flower, in its hand. She doesn't look too pissed in the spider face. She's got her arm tucked right there. It's spider face. Anyway, she's holding this rose, so she's got compassion. I mean, you don't hold a rose in such a loving, caring, grasping, artistic manner. You don't actually have that kind of understanding. So, this person though looks heartbroken, and it feels like somebody ran away from her, or they ran away from somebody. I feel like there was a relationship going down, because we're in the water element line, don't forget, and then we're in the impatience. So, okay, or somebody's becoming very impatient to taking the next step. If you want, what is it? If you wanted you to put a ring on it, some shit like that. That's fucking retarded. Anyway, this one turns out pretty good so far. We got 2 cups. So, that's like a relationship starting. That's like 2 people have the same love that put it into something, a third party outside of themselves. But that water is completely still. This person is very in control. They're wading out in the water. They're surrounding themselves by some deep emotions, but they do it all the time. They're used to it. We're getting a lot of just players in here. We're not getting many actions. I want to clarify some shit. So anyway, oh yeah, that's right. This was a wild card. Aha. Yeah, that's all right. So the 4s are the best. Damn it. No, this is how it's going to be. These are going to be the lessons and benefits of doing this line, right? So coming off of the Earth, so we go Earth to the Cancer Moon, then we go to the Sag, reverse, 2 swords reversed. We go to the Knight of Cups upright. Seems like Crazy jump. So we go from, I ain't even repeat all that. All right, so then if you come down the air element, you got the 8 of Cups. So you'll get to the end, and the end will be walking away. Somebody's gonna walk away. You know what? We have justice is Libra, so there may not even be an imbalance. That justice reverse might have actually just be saying Libra's energies here. There's a Libra in here. So Sag, Gemini, Virgo. If you're dealing with you could be dealing with Aquarius, and careful if they're the one that continues to try again. Somebody's going to walk away eventually. It could be you, and vice versa. That. But we also have Aquarius here, which is another error. So you can reverse their position with the Justice card. But yes, somebody is going to walk away. They don't want to handle their emotions. Which makes sense because air elements don't, and a lot of times Aquarius be considered the detached zodiac, which I'm gonna go out to the ocean and stack my cups up, and I'm gonna think. You know, that gets kind of a detached type of feel to it. All right. So if you come down the water, you got this intelligent, emotionally intelligent man who becomes. I never noticed that. Okay. He's swirling in a vortex too. But we have the. That's cool. Oh, she's an elf. I never realized that either. All these little things that I'm realizing. Anyway, like I said, that's like. That doesn't seem very honorable either. So it looks like an honorable kind of knock from the top. Huh? We can even read this one normal speed. So this is like not making a move. Somebody's not making a move there. Which would have to be the King of Cups because he's connected right under the water element. He's the highest one in it. So this King of Cups, for some reason, is like feeling like a loss of valor. Maybe the people ran on the battlefield. Then we yeah, they did run. I said that means they're not moving, but that's not the case. They're running in the opposite direction. Yes, what? So either King of Cups, you ran from somebody, or somebody ran from you. Oh shit, that was weird. I looked down and I got an immediate definition. It's the Knight of Swords. His sword is raised. His sword is raised and always ready on that night. And I don't know about you, but it's pretty swift. Air can be pretty damn swift. He's on his way, and maybe he's chasing the stragglers. But why is the Knight of Swords here? What do you got your eye on, buddy? He wants to. Oh, it's the futility. The 7 of discs reversed. He's not going to get to choose those. Good call. You going to help anybody else? Yeah. Anyway, this guy is coming. Somebody's coming in with some action or some words or some proofs. Because like I said, the sword's up. They're going into battle. Then we get two definition cards for this. More sword, blinded swords, 2 blinded swords with the moon in the back. Oh, shit. Oh, this is a long stretch. Go figure. Star card. Aquarian energy, which is. So we got 3 swords right here. 3 sword energies, air energies, what do you want to call it? To the left, we got hard, cutting words, decisions, actions. And then to the right, we have the star, which is hope and healing. And look, naked girl. Careful, Sag. you're feeling like you're failing, somebody's fucking with you emotionally, and it's like you're trying to get away, maybe you can't get away, or you are actually running the other way, come to me. I got something to help you. Anyway, so the last one here we have is the High Priest, and this is I almost said conglomerate. Stupid. This is Taurean energy. This is teachings, traditional teachings, marriages, grand ceremonies. You get it, right? It's not taboo. It's not what pagans would fall under the priestess. But this is reversed. So this is like kind of ill-dignified. This is like creating those oneness and those connections and those groups and those churches outside of the normal law or normal perception, or what the perception of normal is anyway. Or it could just be saying there's a Taurian here for the best course of action. Alright, so if you might be looking for a Taurian Sag, because the fire element is also your element. So when you're feeling like you're in your element and like you're clicking, you're in the fire element. Remember, you gotta watch out for that Cancer turning its ass all the way over there. Don't break down to this chicken in 2 cups and a Hierophant. He's gonna try to scare you with ritual law. Listen to him if you want. Alright, can we get 2 cards here? One below one. And one more. Alright, so right below you, Sag. So far, good. Sag. These are all intuitive reads. Queen of Swords. If somebody's kind of manifesting some damage or some very tiny things, maybe that is maximizing the technique. But we have a grounded energy, so we have emotional grounding. You need to be emotionally grounded. I'm going to emotionally ground you. Bam! Tower. Most people hate the towers, but that setup right there, it has been telling us, like the whole first row, remember, was emotions. It had the scope of emotions on it. It's been emotions, and every one of these has changed everything. So, and this is right on the Sag card, and it was going to be free read. And the first thing I see here, somebody is trying to balance their emotions, but their emotions are represented as some very gnarly, sharp-looking daggers. They got some hurting daggers. So their emotions are either hurtful to people, or they're hurt. But we hit the tower. So it's like, as soon as she gets those balanced, bam, that tower comes. That's what you have been waiting for, Sag. So if you take nothing else from this read, understand that you need to work on your emotional balance. If you can't share quite a large amount of your emotional feelings from like school and stuff, you need to go get checked out, because that's a serious offense. Anyway, we'll move down into the 8 of Swords reverse. So taking off the blindfold, so we go emotionally balanced. It slams you right into the tower, because we're removing the blindfold and we're actually able to see and do for ourselves. So something's blinding you. Something that, since it's balancing with the Queen of Swords, or it's more like I said, it's emotional balancing. So you hit the tower, you hit the 8. There's some more, like, gotta get out of that, get that. Okay, I'm gonna fly off, and I'll stay all night. 8 of Swords. Shoot. Blah, blah. I've been up. And then we drop down into the reverse Temperance and the reverse King of Wands. That's usually my Aries card. I'll just call it that, because that's how I always do it. Then we have the reverse Temperance. That's you again, Sag. And it's reversed again. Yeah, and your other one was reversed. All right, so this King of Wands, I like that when I've seen him reverse like this. First of all, he wrote the first horse on the player energy, so that's always there. It's a little more subtle because this guy's such a douche. He's willing to marry somebody wholeheartedly, knowing he's gonna fucking cheat on him. Piece of shit. Anyway, Temperance is balancing opposites. There's an opposite energy or something, or there's something. I want you to see this. See this? I gotta change that tone, man, because it's messing up my fucking textures. It might shake for a little bit. Oh, that makes it look good. Yeah, it brings out the yellows of the suns. Alright. Can you see that? She's got those two things in her hand, right? She's trying to have those essences, mix, and they don't seem to want to do that very well. It's not happening, basically. And again, Saggy, that's you. Could just be bringing your energy back to the table, like for a third. I mean, it's your birthday, so you just yeah, it was your birthday. Yeah. It was there the other day, I think, if it wasn't today. So this speaks of illness as well, like having sickness or illness, health issues. But a lot of what's in these, you see, we got the rainbow coming down here behind the wing, right? In some decks, these will have two different colors, but it looks the same. She's been there for a long time working that shit out. She's kicking ass. She's almost done. She's the alchemist. She's gonna finish this and administer that to somebody and help, because that's what they do. That's what they do. Let's see. Sun energy. Yes, I'm pretty sure Eight of Wands is also attached to Swag. Uh-oh. Figure. Wait, you see the deck I make. It's gonna be, if I pull it off, my dreams is to pull it off, but to pull it off, it's not just gonna be a little booklet. It's gonna be like, it's gonna kind of look like a board game even, really. And it could be played at a board game. Anyway, shut your face. It's Mr. Shut Your Face. This spider is actually alive. The spider, she's just pissed off. She does not want to be here. There's something about this line that sucks. You ain't holding nothing. That's what sucks. Alright, let's get some more clarifications. Clarificado? Actually, I gotta get back into reading these runes. I remember memorizing the names quite well, but I ordered a sweet rune deck, and when it gets here, I'm gonna be chucking. I've been wanting for it's one of them's a bone one. I got a couple of them. I've been wanting to get it for a while. I keep forgetting, but I finally remembered. So it's coming soon. It's coming soon. I'm gonna be down. Odin, I'm gonna take 2 handfuls. I'll take all these in 2 handfuls, and I'm gonna try to cover enough. Can you tell me what I need to know, Odin? Put the right half of my hand on this side. And then now. The only thing I hate about this setup is against the wall. When these go to the ground, it's hard for you to find. Sweet little. I took my fucking thing down, didn't I? Where'd my book go? No! Oh my. You can tell I haven't been behind the lights in a while. There it is. I'll catch it. Gotta get back in the flow. I have a lot of stuff to do. What do you think? That's definitely a significant one. That's gonna be significant. That's calling me. It's hiding. Don't hide. You're not touching. You're not showing. You're not touching. I read them with the direction played off of the cards, as if it's an energy that's moving away or in, or trying to caught, and I kind of give it like percentage wise shit. Oh, that's the one. gonna. Yep, because I remember his reading. You know what? We're gonna bury that too because that's an emotional one. Where's this one? Oh, that's gonna stay up. And that's a cat. Alright, I think we have it set. And they didn't do much right there. Spirit, I'm gonna roll these dice. If you want to give us any clues to help, hopefully I get it rolled across the spread properly. If I do, I do. If not, I just want to Capricorn on top of Cancer, and 3, which is Gemini. Well, if you account Mercury as the third planet, then it's Gemini. It could just be the numerology of 3, which for me is growth, 1 and 1. You know, ground, seed and ground. Boom. So we have Jupiter right here on this 2 of Cups, which is good. Jupiter is like a sense of luck and like just good fortune, and a really nice looking relationship or emotion being protected right there. So that's one thing you got going for you, Sag. Is your some sort of a new relationship or fresh relationship or some sort of connection to a place of emotions for you. Saturn's chilling there right now, and he's reversed right now. And I'm getting this thinking like you're probably not going to go there till after this. Anyway, top of the star. I have a quick sheet, but it's really short. Like, it's too short. These reads will take forever. I do have quick. Where did it go? I know where it went. It's right there. So let's do this. Let's do it like this. Do it like that. Yeah. Alright. It'll make it go fast. That's this here. Jahara, this one. Yeah, Jera. That's the year. It's yearly harvest, peace, rewards. It's just kind of taking it easy. Elemental cycles. It's above the star though. So the stars, the hope and healing of some sort of transitional season. I'm smack dab in the middle. It must be getting pulled between the 2 of Cups. She's looking at it, and the spider is too, and it wouldn't have been able to look at it if it wasn't ill-dignified. Nice. That's the guys, and that means day, dawn, breakthrough, awareness. It's a very sensory, like a sensing kind of energy, which is funny because it's right off of the sensing. You got desire right over here, so somebody is. Wow, that just popped in my head for no apparent reason. I had no reason to even think that in any way. These 2 women are either enemies or lovers. I don't know, because they're using that they're using the scent, like the day, the dawn, the breakthrough, the awareness. Maybe they're starting to become aware of each other, and well, you know how creatures are. I gotta exert my behavior before I die. Anyway, so we go up. Haglas. That's on top of this Sun card, as well as a Merc's Day Berkana. So this is kind of like destruction. This one is, but it's not like human destruction. It is, but it's not. It's more like heavy destruction or heavy mechanic destruction. But we have a Merc's Day on Berkana. Berkana is birth, beginnings, personal growth, liberation. You know, it's the beginning of some personal type of energies and requests. But it's in reverse. So we have massive natural disaster, literally on top of a natural sun, right? And we have Berkana being ripped backwards. Birth, beginnings, personal growth, and liberation. Maybe the sun is actually saving somebody. Instead of letting them get pulled out, he knows what's going to happen. We didn't kill him. Anyway, That's ejuas, meaning transportation. And that's looking right at the Sag card. And King Cups is looking up there too. Oh, there's a King Cups. Oh, now I've actually got to look. What is the King Cups? It's going to be Virgo? Fuck it. Take and hold the card. Gonna be done in a second. Um, now what is this thing? Yeah, that's right. I was looking at it and I buried it. So there's a hidden agenda here. It involves the Urus, which is strength, power, courage, and ox. Somebody has a lot of strength that they're not showing. The water element. Um, I don't know who. It could be Sag. Sagittarius, if you want to show us some of your skill, go ahead. Huh? Alright, so we have, is that Jera? That's what that was. Jera? No, it's Laguis. Water, sea, lake flow. No, water, sea, lake flow. It's just water movement, and water can be. Yeah, okay, I got it. So let's play on its side. Oh my god, that's a real dense right there. Oh my god, they're all fucking densified right there. All of them are showing shit too. Damn. Like the angle. Capricorn on top of Sagittarius. Again. Leave her alone. I don't like you, Capricorn. You eat your own baby. Oh, I meant, never mind. You eat your own babies. Okay, motherfucker. Oh, yeah, that was Capricorn the second time. That's for hot Rado. Yep, Rado, right? Rado. Wow. Anyway. Solo, yeah. Sun and strength, energy, health, success. I doubt that you want to do that. Find the north node in between this Ilgot and Sagi, getting attacked by and a two of swabs. Libra. So right here, transitioning over towards the star. Yes. Oh, fuck. It's not freeze. Neode. Necessity. Hardship. Delays. Sag. On our way to... Oh, really? Okay, bear with me here, Sag. We have the Sag is basically getting an ass kicked by some fucking Capricorn. I mean, dickhead. Which is also grounding energy too. Or it could be, you have, in the person I'm thinking of this. But we have a delay coming as we're moving over towards Aquarius. The Thala is a goddess, property, home, plenty. So we have a goddess-like kind of energy. It's a spiritual energy that is binding right here. So we have a bind here. So, and we have Nathwiz, which I said is the necessity, delays, the hardships. It's not even in Merck's Dave, but I wonder what this one is, because I'm thinking it's a balance. Oh, you can't Merck's Dave that one. Gebo, it's gift, love, generosity, marriage, partnerships. And then from there, basically that was a bridge to, actually that was a bridge from the dead center of Sag energy and Cancer energy. And it goes, yep, and it uses a spiritual energy to get over to Aquarius. And then either you got knocked over Aquarius kicks this one into a front Merck's Dave, Um, now it kind of looks like the way she's sitting now, she's trying to hold it up. She's pinned now. She ain't getting get out of the water. Oh, that's a grounding. That's for sure, right? It's way low. Sun, strength, energy, health, success. I already read that one. How the fuck did I do that? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it took a lot of courage to get in there. And the air element's got the arrow. Very, I mean, it's just direction. Honor, justice, leadership, authority,